The way they finally solved that one is they put air marshals on the airplanes. Well, that got to be expensive, so they quit doing it. But I can tell you, for
I'm
what
sure
they're
they're back
spending,
now, though, aren't they?
for what they're spending, no, we got no air marshals in the
No?
air.
Wow.
For what they're spending on all this TSA horse shit that's got everybody all up in arms and riled up, they could put 2 air marshals on every airplane flying out of every airport in the United States. And frankly, if you really, really, really want to solve the problem, there's your solution. You know, don't intimidate and harass people who just want to spend some money to get from point A to point B. If you're really serious about protecting them, put a couple air marshals on every airplane. Problem solved. And for 10% of the money we're spending on all this TSA nonsense.
Now, actually, there's Water Lily brought up an interesting thing. I've seen this myself. So something she said, she said, Islamic women are exempt. That is in the law, so they are looking for Arab terrorists, but they cannot loot a Arabic woman. This makes no sense. Now, I could remember seeing something about this in Great Britain where they had something where they're not allowed to wear, at one time, I'm sure it might have changed now, they can't wear the thing covering, or they couldn't take it off, or they some law they had to remove it or something when they go on the airplane. I don't know.
I think the French were trying to pass
Oh yeah, it was the French. That's right.
burqa law, and yeah, but as far as I know, in the United States, Arab women wearing their traditional dress, their burqa, which is basically a full cover body bag. As far as I know, there has been no specific exemption made for them.
So you're saying it's still in effect, or?
Well, technically, they could still be subjected to this type of harassment, same as everybody else. But in fact, they are being given a pass because we wouldn't want to offend the Arabs.
Well, see, we might get some like Islamic men start wearing them, and then you got to worry.
I'm going to convert to Islam and start wearing a burqa.
Well, hey, okay, not to offend any Islamic people out there. I'm not gonna, but there might be terrorists wearing burqas just to avoid detection or something. How do you
Yeah, well, here again, if our government was really serious about protecting us from terrorism, and I'm so scared that Osama bin Laden is hiding under my bed. Oh my God, I got to check under the bed before I go to sleep tonight. But if they were really serious, first of all, we wouldn't have wide open borders. Come on, get serious.
Well, they think it's all just to prevent Mexicans from coming in the border.
All this money on this TSA nonsense. They'd have a couple of Joe Fridays on every airplane with a .38 revolver. If somebody got out of line, shoot the bastard. Okay, if they were really serious about addressing the problem, there are ways to do it that would be invisible to the average American citizen, so there would be no good reason to get us all upset. Frankly, I look at this whole scenario and I say it's a big distraction just to get us all upset and to rub our nose in the fact that the government has authority over us. Yes, you can fire a gun on an airplane. The skin of an airplane penetrated by a .38 revolver will depressurize in about 10 minutes. That gives the pilot plenty of time to get down from 30,000 feet, which is their normal cruising altitude, to 10,000 feet, where the atmosphere is thick enough to be breathed. The James Bond movie where they shot the .38 in the airplane and the plane just immediately depressurized. That's
I think it was on Mythbusters. They I think they busted that myth as well. I think they did testing.
That's movie nonsense. Do you want to be shooting a pistol in air?
Not really.
No. But if your only choice, let's put it this way: if it came down to having to have a gun battle in an individual airplane that was under assault, I could forgive a scenario like that. All right. What I can't forgive is this irresponsible, negligent denial of my Fourth Amendment liberties. That I cannot forgive. That is a transgression by government against my rights as an American citizen that shall not stand. A cop who accidentally shoots a civilian, I hope the son of a bitch, I hope he spends, at least a year in jail for his irresponsible action. But, I can forgive him because, in the heat of the moment, under stress and duress, I can forgive him. I can forgive him. I may not want him to wear a badge again, but I can forgive him. If he happens to take out the bad guy and get everybody down safe, give him a medal, give him a bonus, buy him a new Cadillac or something. I mean, there should be an incentive for these air marshals to be very careful with their aim and to not, be cowboys up there. And they should be the best. They should be the best of the best. But that to me is the way Americans handle a problem. You got a problem? Find a solution. Don't just make more problems on top of the ones you were trying to solve.
Well, now it's like we're getting like homegrown, terrorists, like people that are, there might be like three, second, third, fourth generation, even Arabics. It couldn't even be, Irish Americans for all we know, and then they kind of convert to Islam, and I've been seeing that, of course, the recent few years, I guess we had one in, the New York City, the attempted bombing, I think, and
that poor kid was entrapped, but that's a whole nother story. We could make a show on that one.
maybe we'll have to have you come back just for that show.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I mean, frankly, the last few terrorists that our law enforcement have brought up and said, hey, we got one. You come to find out that this guy told him 10 times to go to hell, and then finally, after being pressured, they said, all right. So they're being
was it
set up.
coerced? I forgot the exact word, or duress, or
yeah, they're getting they're getting their arm twisted. I mean, the story on the one who the one who supposedly set up this van up in New York that was supposed to blow up. The guy was supposed to make a fertilizer bomb. A fertilizer bomb, you need basically kerosene and ammonium nitrate. Well, this guy bought the wrong kind of fertilizer. He bought cow manure. Well, cow manure don't go boom. Boy, he was drummed up. Yeah, got a terrorist here. Got one. Yeah, he was going to blow up New York with cow poop.
Idiots, Phil.
Yeah, this is the best they can do. Come on.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised on that. He was, I don't know, what Terrorist for Dummies, or I don't know what he used exactly, but
yeah, Terrorism for Dummies. Hey, I could write that book. How not to do it. Gotta love it. You just gotta love it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we're showing about 9:09 p.m. Central Time, so we're probably going to call it about done for today's topics. I'll probably be up for another half an hour, just open chat. And I want to thank Smart Scarecrow for dropping in and provide us for some correspondence on this
and
topic.
Comic relief.
Yeah, comic relief as well, of course. Some of it, yeah, I just can imagine Men in Burks. It's gonna be.
Believe me, it would never sell in Las Vegas.
Maybe they have like a calendar, Burke of the month. The men.
And I think Mel Brooks will make the movie.
Yeah, who knows?
Hey, thanks for having me on, Steve.
Right,
it was a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah, thanks for coming on there, Smart Scarecrow.
Good night, all.